So hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of AMZ's Automotive Corner. How are you all doing out there? So I'm back out in the woods. We're doing a little trail truck in here. I'm getting some more exercise, but yeah, using these trail trucks, I've kind of gone down every trail that maybe I guess I obviously didn't when I was young. I thought I had this place all mapped out when I was a kid, but I just keep finding new stuff here and there, stuff that just blows my mind is even out here. So yeah, this is the remnants of the old Boston and Maine railroad line that would run from Haverhill, Massachusetts all the way up through Maine. I believe it would go all the way into Canada, which is no small distance from here. You know, 3 states away, and Maine's a pretty big state to go traveling to Canada through. But yeah, the railroad's been closed down since just before World War II started. Had nothing to do with the war, but yeah, there's a lot of little trails, a lot of neat stuff out here. There was a lot of mines out here, a lot of silver mines in the area. You know, a silver mine being more like a strip mine where they remove the overburden. It's not the old-fashioned, you know, big miner's hole in the ground with mine carts and all that. No, the silver mines are remove the overburden, take the silver out, and that's about it. So yeah, there's more stuff out here. I'm gonna run the truck a little bit. We got a kind of a ways to go to find the first neat thing out here, but thought I had seen it all. Oh boy, I gotta say, this is one of those places that just blows my mind. There aren't a lot of places that you could actually go swimming out here. You would think with the Cranes Pond and the Parker River up here, there'd be plenty of little swimming holes, but in reality, it's so grown in, it can be so muddy and marshy, and just the ground can be so gross that there's no place to actually get your feet wet except for this one spot not very far off the trail that I've been going down my whole life. And here's this little out of the way swimming hole. Once I think I'm gonna come back here and take a little dip. I wore some swim trunks just for that reason. And yeah, let's go find that silver mine. And I'm gonna come here and cool off because I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm sweating a little bit, boys. I'm sweating, so let's get to that silver mine. All right, guys, I'm here at the what you would consider the entrance to the one of the silver mines out here. A really beautiful, old-timey, quaint little bridge and a lazy little river running through here. But we also notice a lot of these piles of rocks and dirt. When they do a silver mine, like I was saying earlier, they don't dig a big hole in a cave and pluck nuggets of silver out of the ground. That's not the way silver works. It's silver's an ore that they, you know, get enough of it and process it down into actual usable metal. So what they have to do to get to it, it's not right on top of the ground, it's under a little bit, so they dig all this dirt out of the way, the topsoil, and what it would become, or what they call it after that, is overburden. So this would all be overburden all through here. We're at the entrance. It's actually a little ways up the trail. We'll get up there in a few minutes, but this would all be considered overburden, just kind of dumped in areas. Now this would have been around the middle to late 1800s, early 1900s, where all this activity would have gone down. I don't think there was any more silver mines after 1912-ish, I think, or maybe 1920 in that area. They stopped mining silver. They just, you know, mined all the ore they could, and it didn't become feasible to to keep, you know, digging tons and tons and tons of overburden out of the way to get to it. But yeah, still a beautiful area, even though, if you know, this is all just byproduct of an industrial era, and it's actually would be considered an eyesore by today's standards if you try to do that. There's no way you'd be able to pull that kind of stuff. But anyways, the mine, or the big open area, is right up through these trees. So yeah, let's go there. Alright guys, we're out here kind of far from where I went in, and I see something blue and old, and in the cabbage over here. Let's crash on through. I tell you, these trail trucks are unstoppable. It's all about picking the line. Ooh. Deep in the cabbage. Well, anyways guys, here we are. Now, I had taken a picture of this when I came out here a couple months back, but I didn't have a camera with me to actually film it. I put a post up on the Facebook group, and one of you guys commented that this is a 52 Pontiac something. I'm sure it's all out here somewhere. Look at this, huh? Still got the tranny in it. Now, a lot of people ask me, what does keep it out of the cabbage mean? Well, this is the opposite of keep it out of the cabbage. This is about as far in the cabbage as you can get. Looks like there's an engine in there. I believe it was a straight 6. Hopefully we don't get attacked by bees. Oh, that is a heavy hood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that a straight 8? Looks like a straight 8 to me. Awesome. And a little bit of polish, some Marvel Mystery Oil, some air in the tires. We should be able to get this thing out of here. Alright, that it? Maybe a few more pieces, maybe some fresh gas. Now, I don't think there's a whole lot salvageable on this thing. Heater controls. A lot of mosquitoes. Should probably put on some bug spray. I definitely brought it. Try to avoid it as much as I can. I don't really like bug spray on the skin. I don't know if it's a convertible or someone just ripped the roof off or it rotted off. Interesting. Yeah, what kind of car is it? I know it's a Pontiac, right? It's got a straight 8 in it, an automatic transmission. What model? Anybody know? Care to leave down in the comments what model we're looking at here? Battle damage. Shotgun blast. Wow. Wow, guys. If old iron could talk, right? So I'm just thinking of the equipment that would have been used to mine, to do strip mining or overburden mining back in the turn of the 18th to 19th century. It would have been, you know, steam shovels, old Mack trucks with the solid wooden wheels and the solid rubber tires, big open cockpit areas. You know, a lot of manual labor, rail carts going to the railroad tracks over there to make what we have here is the remains of an old silver mine. And this is what you usually would have left after that. You would have a big, or relatively large area like this that would have just been dug down to the lowest level, and they would have just taken the ore out. They would have gotten rid of the overburden, all the soil and gravel on top and everything. And in the end, you're left with what we have here, just a fun little place to rip a trail truck around in. Now, I've had a few questions about the trail truck. This here is called the Vatera Ascender. I'm running on a 3-cell lithium polymer battery. This is actually awesome. This is actually full throttle here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And get her up to full speed. This is about as fast as this truck goes, which is probably just about fast enough for how tippy it can be. But yeah, it just blasts through everything. Great range nowadays with all the Spectrum electronics. It uses a Spectrum 2-channel radio here that would have come with it. You ride it. I ride single-handedly. I drive. I crash right through the milkweeds. Tough as nails. I haven't broken any hard parts. I've worn out some items. Namely, I've worn out all the drive shafts, and I've upgraded with steel drive shafts with bigger pins. And honestly, that's about the only thing I've broken on them is the drive shafts. I've worn out one motor, but you know, some of the stuff you run these things through, I'm surprised it doesn't go through more of them. Well, anyways, yeah, here's the silver mine. I don't know if this would have had a name. Probably not. There were so many silver mines in this area back then. And you know, they just took what they needed out of them, and this is what you ended up left with. And growing up, this was a great place to ride dirt bikes. You know, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, beat old cars. It's not like you're gonna, you know, hurt the land any more than what was done turn of the century. I mean, it's not gonna get any worse than, I mean, how are you gonna hurt sand, you know? Well, anyways, guys, I'm getting pretty hot. I think I'm gonna make my way back over to the swimming hole. And I've never actually swam in that swimming hole, but I think, hold on. Take a look at my back. My back's gotta look good. Other than the Ames's Corner decal. Is the back all sweaty? Feels all sweaty, that's for sure. Well, alright guys, I'm going back to the swimming hole. Right here, we got something else. Oh, I thoroughly have no idea what we're looking at. That's got to be a clue right there. The filler neck has that wing on it. Probably had a double wings. Just when you thought you couldn't get any deeper in the cabbage. Oh, definitely in the cabbage today. What am I looking at, guys? Something tells me this is something special. I don't know what it is, but something tells me this is something a little different. Could this be? I don't see any slats in the grill. I wonder if this was some sort of rear engine car. I don't think it's a Volkswagen. There's just not enough here for me to tell you what it is. I hope one of you guys can tell me. The steering column. What are we looking at? Is that a clue? Is this enough of a clue? Anybody wager a guess? I can't see the instrument cluster. I'm sure you guys can. Be interested to see what that looks like on camera myself. Looks like a parking brake lever right in the middle. I'm gonna say this is something European, maybe, with that parking lever in the middle. Wow, guys. Wow. What is this? Got a bit of a structure here. Some old well or septic tank or something. Wow. Interesting, guys, interesting. Thought I had seen it all out here. Thought I had seen it all and knew everything there was to know about this area. Well, there ain't much left of that one, huh? Alright, guys. Oh, it's nice. Oh. What an awesome little spot, guys. What an awesome little spot. Well, anyways, guys, thumbs up are much appreciated. Questions and comments down below. I may not have the time to answer them all, but I read them all. If you guys have any questions you really do want answered, you should check out the Facebook group and ask it there. It's a lot easier for me to deal with that than the trouble that YouTube comments could be. Well, anyways, guys, I'm just going to enjoy myself a couple more hours out here, and until next time, keep Keep it out of the cabbage.